folks, it's me again, and sit down because it's story time. So, when I first started my channel back in February, the first video that I posted was of my legacy challenge that I've created. Now, I had a word with my good friend Kay, who I've met through the Sims community. Hi Kay. And I sort of said to her, would you think it was weird if I restarted my legacy challenge on my channel? Because knowing what I know now, and sort of feeling like my channel's sort of gotten a little better with like editing videos, and I've got my new intro and my new outro, and I just kind of feel a little bit more confident in my videos. And also having played through part of the first generation of the legacy, I kind of tweaked my my rules a little bit. I guess I sort of swapped the generations around and what have you. Well, one of the generations around. And I just kind of feel like I could do it a little bit better. And so I sort of said all this, and she said, no, I completely agree with you. That sounds like a good idea if you feel that way. And so this is basically going to be the first episode of the Legacy Challenge. But now, I didn't want it to be the same because I didn't want you to just kind of be watching it and be like, well, I've already watched this, but with a different sim. So what I've gone and done is I've actually swapped Generation 1 and Generation 2 around. So whereas Generation 1 before was the like the astronaut who was collecting the space rocks and stuff like that, and the aliens and what have you, we're now going to be starting with the garden. So this sim is going to be collecting all of the plants in the garden. So I just want to quickly go through the rules of the challenge because I don't want to like bore you with all the rules and just be saying a lot of things, and I want to get into the game because I'm really excited about it. So the Collector's Edition Legacy is a legacy challenge that I came up with. Now, I'm not sort of saying that I'm the only one that's ever done this, but this is my version of a collection legacy. I did actually look online before I sort of got to work on it, and I couldn't find like one that specifically does like all of the collections. But then also a big part of it is that it's also base game friendly because, you know, not everybody has the packs and all the packs. I'm very lucky that I've been able to purchase all of the packs for myself. And so I've made this challenge base game friendly. So no matter what packs you've got, you can play this legacy challenge. So the rules are sort of very similar to every other legacy challenge. You can create any sim. You can move your chosen sim onto an empty lot, and I've sort of made easy rules and extreme rules. So you can start with 20,000 simoleons, which is what you usually start with, or if you want to be more extreme, you can actually start with 5,000. Now I'm going to be a bit more extreme and I'm going to start with 5,000 because, I don't know, that's just a little bit more challenging. I like a challenge. You can turn aging off if you want to, which is not something that you usually see in a legacy challenge. The reason why I'm going to be turning aging off is because I just feel like I don't get enough time with the sim, if not, and I want to be in control, and I want to age up people when I sort of feel like they're going to age up, and just kind of be a bit more in control of people's lives, and especially if we're going to be moving households, I don't want people to die on me and not know about it. Obviously I do have MC Command Center, so story progression is a thing. You can have as many children as there is space in the household. There's no limit per generation unless it specifically says in a generation rules. So when you've chosen which heir you want to carry on the legacy, they then, once they reach young adulthood, unless specified otherwise, they have to move out of the house and they have to go onto an empty lot, and they get to go onto this empty lot with 5,000 simoleons. So basically they move out, they've got a little bit of cash, and then they start their collection. So each generation has its own collection to work towards getting. Now obviously I'm going to get into that later on. If you want to go and read the rules before watching this video, you can do. I'm going to link them down below. They are on my Tumblr. Obviously, feel free to, you know, play this legacy on your channel or just in your free time, whatever you want to do. So yeah, so the rules are there. Like I said, I'll as the generations sort of go through, I'll sort of explain more what they're collecting, and I'll show you in a minute. So once the generation sort of rules and the collection list is complete for that generation, then you may move on to the next person. So basically your aim is to kind of complete what is going on. So the first generation, this is generation 1, and this is my founding sim. This is Adeline Simpson. She is a master chef, or wants to be a master chef, foodie, loves outdoors, and she's clumsy. So some of the generations I have actually picked traits and aspirations for them, and then some I've said you can kind of pick whatever. So she's got to collect the gardening collection, and she's got to collect the experimental food photos from Dine Out. Now, what I've done in my rules is I've put in brackets the what DLC it is you need to actually complete that part of it. But like I said, every generation you're able to complete with just the base game, so that's fine. So you can do the extra, like kind of optional, I guess. So yeah, so that's that. So that's generation 1. Her traits have got to be the ones that I've just told you. Her aspiration master chef. A career, she's got a choice of being a celebrity chef or to own a 5-star experimental restaurant if you've got Dine Out. She's got to grow a cow plant. She's got to max gourmet cooking skill, and her home lot must be over 50% garden / greenhouse. So just kind of like basic rules. Each generation kind of has like a set of rules that you aim to complete, obviously, before moving on. I've just kind of added in stuff that that perhaps I haven't done for a while, so it kind of makes it a bit more interesting for me. Now, again, I don't want to sort of go on too much about things, so I'll leave the explanation there. Like I said, all the details will be down in the description box. Go to my Tumblr and you will find the rules to the Legacy Challenge, and obviously I will update you on them as we go through. So this is generation 1, and she's going to be the gardener. I haven't decided whether I want her to be a celebrity chef or whether I want her to do an experimental restaurant, but maybe we could do a bit of both. Maybe she could be a chef, but then she could also be, you know, own the restaurant as well. So these are her outfits. I've given her a couple of outfits so that she's not completely just boring. And this is her formal. I did actually post a picture of her on Twitter earlier, saying watch this space. She's got athletic wear, just basic pyjamas. We've got a party outfit. I've not put too many party outfits because we probably won't use them. This is a summer stuff. I've given her quite a few summer outfits because I think like they do tend to wear them a lot, and then she's just got 2 winter outfits. So yeah, so what I've done is I've placed her in Brindleton Bay on a lot. I've just realised actually that perhaps let me have a look at the size of the lot, because we're going to need to collect a lot of plants, but maybe we could have some outside, but then we could do a basement or something to, I don't know, I'm just going to have to do that. I'm just going to change this to generation 1 so that we know where we are, and I also need to cheat the money away. So the way that you do this, by the way, is money and then type in how much you want. So I'm going to do 5,000. Like I said, I'm going to be quite extreme, just because to me that's a little bit more challenging and a little bit more exciting, so for me. So this gives me a chance to kind of, we're not going to stay in build mode too long, don't worry. This gives me a chance to kind of, I don't know, just start afresh. So it has to be 50% garden. So if we sort of think about like where the boundary is of the house, so right, that's like kind of half the lot there. So if that's the wall where the house goes up to, then that back part can be a garden, or a greenhouse. Walls are so expensive. So we're just going to have a simple little shack to start with. Once we get money, I'm going to obviously go through and I'll do a few speed builds and upload them to my channel. Wait, why am I doing that? That's not a nice door. I love that these doors are only 50 simos as well. It's pretty cool, like, because doors are usually so expensive in this game. So that's good. And we are going to put some windows in. I'm wasting money on windows. I completely understand that I'm doing that. So she'll have to have a... So I guess, like, you know, to start with, she's gonna kind of establish her garden. She's gonna establish her career. She's not gonna jump in for a family straight away. She's gonna, you know, take her time. She doesn't need to be jumping into these things. She's a young adult. Like, we don't need to be pressuring her. Stop pressuring her to go out and have a family. Perhaps I'm projecting a little there, because that's how I feel. So yeah, we're just gonna do a simple little shack. She's going to live in there. Have we got enough money for a little kitchen? Because that's one thing that is kind of annoying, I guess, like just doing the having to live off the land. At least this way we can actually cook a meal and, you know, do some stuff. I'm not going to bother putting... We'll get a little sofa. I'm not going to bother putting, like, wallpaper on unless I can afford it. So we'll get a sofa. Oh, no, wait, actually. I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to actually do a desk and a computer, because I feel like that would be more useful to me right now. So yeah, so we're going to do that. So her collection to collect is the gardening collection. I've put here gardening collection up to whichever DLC you own, and experimental food photos. So we're just going to go into live mode, and I will show you what I mean by collections. So if you go into your inventory tab, there's a little diamond here, and these are all the collections in the game. So the one that we're going to be focusing on is the gardening one. Now obviously these ones at the top here are the base game ones, and obviously there's like a little icon next to the ones that aren't base game and which pack they come from. So we're gonna, in order to move on to the next generation, we have to collect all of these. This needs to be completely full, and you'll be able to see like what the pictures are. So we'll go around and we'll do that. Obviously if I think it's getting too boring that we're doing the same thing over and over again, I'll probably do some stuff off camera and just kind of jump back in and tell you what I've been doing. So that's the gardening section, and the next one is the experimental food photos. Now you get these, if I remember rightly, you travel to a restaurant with experimental food on the menu and take a photo of experimental food. So, you know, that's another like kind of challenge, which is why I've kind of put in it that she can own her 5-star experimental restaurant. So I think it might be quite fun to do a mix of the two, and just, I don't know. We'll see how we get on, because it might, like I say, we might just get to the point where we want to move on to the next generation, so we might just kind of go down one track. But I think to start with, I'm gonna get her a job in the food, not food, I'm gonna get her a job as a chef, just because that'll give us a little bit of money coming in. So get on the old phone, my love, and get yourself a job. Right, where is it? We've gone past it. Wait, yeah, culinary. I'm looking for chef. Right, so she loves the outdoors, which is good because you're going to be spending a lot of time outdoors. And I guess the first things first, go and find some plants. And I've just realised I haven't put a light in the home, so we'll have to do that. I guess we have to wait for them to spawn in actually, so we'll give it a minute. And then we can start picking plants, and also, you know, might as well dig up these spots as well. Maybe we'll get a pet. I chose Brindleton Bay because I haven't actually played in Brindleton Bay too much, so I thought it might be nice to just play in this world for a little. Ooh, there's quite a lot of dig spots here. Got a capsule. And also I am aware that obviously they're going to be collecting things that aren't part of their collection list. So for instance, if I open this up, inside should be a My Sims trophy, and that is not part of this generation's collection. So what I then have to do is sell it. Well, I'm just looking at this like Snapdragon. What's going on there? How did that bit grow before that bit? That's interesting. Okay, right, and so she's going to sell those, and I guess it'll give her a bit of money coming in as well. So that is that. Ooh, there's a pile. Is that a pile of feathers? It is a pile of feathers. No, it's a pile of fish. That is gross. Who left this pile of fish here? That is disgusting. Ew. I bet that smells. Right. Anyway. We'll, yeah, so we need things to grow basically. I think what I might do once she's collected all these things, we might first off head to one of the parks, let the stuff spawn in, go to the other park, let stuff spawn in there. Just kind of makes things a bit interesting. A bit more interesting than waiting for these to come, because they're going to take a while. Right, so we've got a Jenny, and we're going to sell the Jenny because we don't need that for this collection. We've got a broken fossil there. Basically what I'm trying to get at is that you can't give these items to the next generation as like heirlooms or whatever, so they just have to be sold. Or I mean, there's no reason why she can't keep them if you want them to keep them, but it doesn't count towards anything. So that's basically that. But like I say, however you want to play it is completely up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody not to do certain things, but like I say, if you do want to read the rules, they are on my Tumblr. There's not much on there at the moment because I am still quite new to all this, so I'm still trying to find my way around the internet and also find the time to do things, because I do actually work 40 hours a week, so I'm doing this in between as a hobby, and it just takes up a lot of time. Well, work takes up a lot of time, so you know, episodes might be sporadic, but we shall see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to actually go and head to the park now, just because I think there'll be more there. Also, we could do with catching some salmon, because apparently salmon is a good fertiliser, so we could do with doing that. I don't know if I mentioned it as well, that no money cheats are allowed. Like I say, you can start with 20,000 simoleons, or you can do the extreme version of starting with 5,000. And like I said, each hair receives 5,000 simoleons when they move out. So is there anything else that I've missed there? Blah blah blah. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Springtime as well, so I don't know, things are looking a little grey, don't you think? Just looks a little dull. Let's look for frogs in there. Wait for everything to spawn in. I chose springtime because I thought it would, I don't know, be perfect for growing flowers, but apparently I was wrong, because everything looks a little dead. Okay. So wait, right, we'll tell you what. We'll start saying hello to people, shall we? Because we are going to have to eventually meet someone, I guess, to carry on the legacy. Oh, when does she have to be at work? 18 hours, that's alright. Where have you gone? Oh, she's gone to the loo. Oh, we ain't even got a toilet at home, have we? Damn. I'm gonna have to put a toilet in. Just have to be in the same room as the bed, which will be lovely, I'm sure. Yeah, so I don't know. Who do we want to talk to? I'm pretty sure Vlad's going to turn up at some point as well. Lucky us. Friendly introduction with him. Talk to you, why not? Why not? You can get in on the conversation. Friendly introduction. Friendly introduction. Let's get a little group going on. Who's angry? Why are you angry? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Get to know. I want to find out why you're angry. He hates children. I'm not a child, so don't know why you hate me. Come on, has anything grown yet? Why won't things grow? Right, this is not getting off to a good start, is it? Right, go dig that. Right, there's a frog hole. I'm going over a nosy in there. Nothing's growing around here, and these weird plants like the snapdragons are like so strange. Oh, I can harvest it all already. Nice. Come on, get your first one of the collection. I don't think I've ever collected all of the gardening items either, so it's going to be quite a challenge for me because I'm not sure how you get everything, and I guess at some point we're actually going to have to go to Sixham to get the other plants from Get to Work, so I don't know, I guess we'll have to build a rocket. Right, what else have we got over here? Harvest all. Seem to be just getting snapdragons to start with. What's that one? Right, no strawberries just yet. Can dig. Oops, stop pressing go here. Right, can dig that. I think my mouse might be a little too sensitive. Yeah, because I'm finding it difficult to like actually click on stuff without the mouse just going whew. So I need to turn that down. More snapdragons. Yep, we'll harvest them all. Might as well get a little snapdragon farm going on. Right. Let's we'll do that and then we'll head home because she is getting a little hungry. Unless we could buy something actually. We could just buy food while we're here. Oh my god, it's a cupcake stand. Order food. You can have a strawberry fizzy cupcake. That sounds amazing. I love cupcakes. I don't have that much of a sweet tooth either. I'm very much like a savoury person. Like, give me a bag of crisps and I'm happy, but cupcakes, they're just an exception to that rule. $10? No, wait, 10 simoleons for a cupcake though. That's got to be one good cupcake. Right, okay, so we've got a few items. Let us head home. Need to sort out some of her needs. I'm just so glad that we've actually got a home, like, to start with, because I do like rags to riches, don't get me wrong. I have tried it several times. It's just, I don't know, sometimes I just like to have a house to start with, even if it's a basic house like this. Yeah, let's get a light and a toilet. Also need to keep an eye on the time because I don't want to make these episodes too long. Because the first episode that I did back in February, it was an hour long. It took 12 hours to upload, but since then I've actually upgraded my internet, so it's not going to take 12 hours to upload. It takes a couple of minutes, but I want to keep the episodes down to maybe 30 minutes an episode, maybe even a little less sometimes. I don't know, you let me know down below if you think 30 minutes is fine, not enough, whatever. I don't know, I'm sure you'll tell me. Right, that's all my money gone, but it's okay. Oh, we don't have a sink, so oh well. Just have to shower everything off. Put everything in the bottom of the shower and rinse it. Feel like a manual dishwasher. No, that's just a sink, isn't it? Anyway. Right. Why don't you get singing skill from that? Because she was singing in the shower, so I don't understand why she didn't get singing skill from that. Right. Auto lights, all lights. And then I'm going to get the snapdragons out and we're going to start planting them. I'm not going to bother buying planters because... oh, what's this one over here? Harvest all daisies. Don't need any more snapdragons. I think eventually what I'll do, once we've got a bit of money, is that we will just have one of each plant. We'll not have like sort of 4 of each plant in the garden. Because, you know, the lot that I've chosen isn't that big. And we don't need more than 1 plant, to be honest. So, but I'm going to obviously use the garden as a tool to make money, as well as obviously her job that she's going to have. In fact, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to sell that. I'm not going to bother having more than 1 plant of those. I know the snapdragons do bring in a lot of money though, so I want to keep a few of those, but I don't think these daisies do. No, they're only 2 simoleons each. Right, can sell that. Can sell those. Oops. Sell both of those. And those. See, we're not doing too badly. Just water everything. Eventually we'll get a Mr. Patchy as well. Is it a Mr. Patchy? Is that his name? Right. Did I tell you her name? Yeah, I did, didn't I? It's Adeline Simpson. Couldn't remember if I'd said her name then. Right, she's gone to work. Oh. Hello, I'm contacting you on behalf of BeFit. As Fiddle Co, we'd like to send you a free sample of our newest... Who is this guy that's got like all of these like earbuds? Like, who is he and where is he getting them from? Like, I don't trust them, but I'll take them. But I feel like it's like a money laundering service. I feel like he's I mean, obviously he's given them me for free, but I feel like he's kind of using the earbud business as a front for something else. I don't know. Maybe. It's just a bit odd, isn't it? He's got too many earbuds. Right. No, I don't want to go there with you. Sorry. Oh, look at that little squazzle. That's a squazzle. Right. Got some catnip as well. Oh, I recently bought some catnip for my cats and they went wild for it. In fact, one of them that doesn't even usually like catnip went a bit nuts. Right, play a game. Play Sims Forever. You are not feeling your best in the fun situation, so I didn't actually do for work what we needed to do. We need to prepare food, and what do we need to do for the Master Chef? Cook 2 meals while inspired, so go here and do some cloud gazing. Right, yeah. You're going to water that plant first, aren't you? Right. Okay, when she gets there. Stargaze. Because that will get her inspired, and then we can cook a garden salad. We'll do a party serving of a garden salad. She just has to cook 2 meals, so we'll do that. We'll pop it in the fridge, and then we'll do something else that's quite quick before this disappears. Well, it's got 5 hours, so that's alright. Yep, that one's alright. Also, being inspired means that the likelihood of them being excellent meals also goes up. Do a serving of grilled cheese. Come on, finish your salad. Looks like the world's most driest salad as well. She didn't even put any sauce on it or anything. Oh yeah, we ain't got a sink, have we? God, she just constantly needs the loo as well. I think she's got IBS. Right. Let me get another counter. Get a sink. There we go. So did we complete that? We did, but that wasn't an excellent... Oh no, it was an excellent one. We'll keep cooking. We'll just keep going for it. We'll do some franks and beans. Get rid of that. That's 3. Let's do another one before bed. And then you can go to bed. In fact, you can have a shower first. So how's the garden growing? Should have called her Mary. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden... No, wait. Is that the right rhyme? Have I got that wrong? Yeah. Oh no, she didn't get a shower. Sims, they just never listen to me. Ever. They're just so rude. Right, okay, so that pile of feathers, I really want it because I want to sell it. I want to sell feathers. I don't know who it is that's buying these feathers because quite frankly that's a little weird. Let's sell these. A part of this, one of the generations is to actually collect feathers, so we will get to that eventually. But I'm going to leave this part here because we're at 30 minutes. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, what I could improve. Let me know, you know, any ideas that you've got that I could do that might be good. And hope you're having a nice day. And I will see you on the next one.